let me do my thing. Let me do my thing. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Ellis. Welcome to the Grinweek Gaming channel, your ultimate magic channel. Today we have a Merfolk deck. That's right, I said Merfolk. Typically, this is my least favorite deck to play against. Just because I think it's kind of cheesy, it's kind of straightforward. If you just throw a bunch of Merfolks into a deck, it's probably going to work against some of the lower end decks, which is where I find myself currently. So I decided I would give it a go, see if I could put a little twist on something that's been, done hundreds of times before. That being said, let's get started talking about how this deck is different than your typical Merfolk decks. Basically, I see a Merfolk deck as being early to mid-range. This deck is more mid-range to late game. We usually don't win before turn 6. We usually don't win after turn 12. But we have a little bit of a window in which this deck can be very powerful. So, how do we achieve this power? Let's start with the high drops this time. We run one Carnage Tyrant, a River's Rebuke, 2 Prodigious Growths, which make any one of our Merfolks a big boy, and a Nezahal. That's it. Those are our high drops, those are our win conditions to really seal the deal if we can't get board presence in the early game. So how do we get board presence in the early game? We have a lot of card draw and mana manipulation, okay? So we're running 3 copies of Growth Spiral, we're running 3 copies of Chart a Course, we're running 3 copies of Silvergill Adept, and also 1 Jadelight Ranger. This lets us get what we need quicker, more efficiently. Silvergill's okay, it's not the greatest card. You have to reveal a Merfolk from your hand, which is kind of an interesting mechanic. So if you don't get another Merfolk in your hand, this card absolutely sucks. Never pay 5 mana to play this card, okay? It's just not worth it. But that doesn't happen very often, so we run it anyways. We've got 3 Kumena speakers, just to kind of round out our early game. It's a very efficient 1-drop 2/2, almost always a 2/2 by turn 2. Kumena herself or himself, can't really tell, so we'll go with a her. Kumena sounds kind of feminine. Great card here. If we can establish a board of 4 or 5 Merfolk, this card is very powerful, so we run one of them. We run 2 copies of Kopala, Warden of Waves, to deal with our burn decks that are pretty popular. There's red, black, that can kind of be negated by this simple 3-drop that we run 2 of. Seafloor Oracle, we run 1 of, to get some more card draw. He kind of fits in with the Silvergill Adepts and the River Sneaks, which we run 2 of. And there's a Herald of Secret Streams, which we affectionately refer to as Harrison, because Herald is a terrible name. Creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them can't be blocked. Therefore, of course, we're going to be running River Herald's Boon to get 1/1 counters on as many creatures as we can. So, it's a pretty simple deck. You play your Merfolks, draw a lot of cards, sleep them, get a big card, win the game. Let's see it in action. I just want to say real quick, I would not recommend a Merfolk deck to climb in the ladder, personally. I just don't think it's that good. It's very susceptible to removal and control. This is not a great hand. Alright, this is a little bit better. Mono green's a good matchup for us, I think. And if we draw a green mana, we curve out perfectly. Up against something a little different. Okay, I like it. We got our green mana like I asked for. Perfect. We'll play our River Sneak and attack. So up against red, white, green dinosaurs. Let's go ahead and play the Jadelight Ranger to try to get some early pressure. We'll take both of those cards. That seems great. So like I said, we normally win with this deck between turns... We normally win with this deck between turns 6 and 12. So right now we're kind of just trying to amass our forces, set up some potential sleep hits, you know? We got sleep in hand, so that's pretty good, honestly, because we have the Watertrap Weaver as well. Let's see here. 5, 6 times 2 is 12. Not quite enough. So we're just going to go ahead and Growth Spiral here. And we will play another island. And we will Silvergill Adept to draw another card. And we're just going to try to River Sneak him down into sleep range, which should be next turn. Burning Sun's Avatar. Okay, it's time to get to work. So that costs 4, 3 red and 1. He's got 2 red. He needs another red source before he can cast Burning Sun's Avatar. Oh, he has treasure. I'm sorry. I didn't see those. Okay, he took out the River Sneak. That's what I wanted him to do. We have 7. 7 times 2 is 14. That's the number he's at right now. Hopefully we draw a land so we can chart a course as well. We did not. That's actually a pretty good play too, though. So we're going to go ahead and sleep here. We'll play Kumena's Speaker. We'll swing with everything. Now, unless he can play more than one creature, he is dead. What did he draw? Sleep's a very powerful spell. That's how we hit our 6-turn timing, basically. It's a 4-drop. We have some presence on the board before then. We get some free damage in. Then we just have to deal with their follow-up play since we get this extra turn of tapped creatures for him. It feels pretty good, honestly. Okay, we take 5 damage here. No problem if he attacks. Otherwise, we win. Okay, game's over. Bam. Just like that. Turn 6 win, Merfolk deck. Works every time. Pabloski. Oh, 1 land. Eesh. Our hand's not bad, though. You gotta be greedy. Feels better than having 5 cards. Now we top deck an island, and it feels so good to be us. Okay. We're a land behind, but he might not have another land in his hand. He does. We're a land behind. That's okay. Mono green is a good deck for us to be up against. We hit him right where it hurts. They have no early game to really get our low drops. They can't trade efficiently with them because they need their ramp. So we can start establishing counters and building up our creatures. There we go. There's that blue mana we were looking for. Like I said, he can't trade efficiently. So we're getting some free damage off here. Mistbinder feels pretty good next turn. Although, if we don't draw a land, I might play the Adept. I'm tempted. He Rabid Bites. Wow. He has nothing. He has absolutely nothing. Make some 3/3s here and swing. Three, 6, 8. We draw a blue mana, we win. Okay, there's a potential here. We get to play 2 Silvergills. Blue mana, please. River Sneak. At this point in the game, I'll take a River Sneak. I'd love to win a game with River Sneak. That'd be great. Maybe our deck's more aggro than I had first anticipated. I've been playing this deck all day with my buddy Harrison McGee. I'm going to go ahead and throw out his personal information also. We had a good time today. I had a lot of fun. We really tweaked the merfolks as much as you can. We were experimenting with some creature stealing techniques. It was pretty fun. But I've settled on this deck. I think it's the most effective at climbing the ladder. So what do we do here? He's at 4. I think we have lethal. Sorry, I was just talking to you guys. I wasn't even looking at the screen. We do have lethal here. Unless he has a root snare. So our low drops can really pressure mono green into a very uncomfortable situation. I know he mulliganed to 5 cards this game, but his opening, I guess, if you want to call it that, wasn't that unusual. He got Llanowar Elves into Druid of the Cow. He has 5 mana. He could have ramped into Vigilant Baloth, and we would have some trouble. But luckily for us, got enough pressure off on him. He felt like he needed to trade his Rabid Bite. Now we just have to all attack. And Boon. Wow, I just felt a draft. It was very cold. Oh, he didn't block at all. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. We had lethal there anyways. Not a great starting hand, honestly. But 2 counters on River Sneak doesn't sound terrible turn 3. So we'll keep. Haven't gotten to show off River Sneak yet. It's a good card. River Sneak is. I'm happy with that land draw there. 2 of each is nice. Azorius. flyers. Flyers can be pretty difficult for our deck to handle. We have no anti-flying, essentially. So we need to go fast this game. Chart of Course is a pretty good draw. Grab some more cards. We got to sleep. We can sleep right into River's Rebuke, into Prodigious Growth for the win. Our hand curved out perfectly. I don't think he has a chance. Typically when I'm playing this deck, I'm not worried about my life total very much at all. Okay, Growth Spiral makes things a little bit more interesting at least. We sleep him. Then we Prodigious Growth. Then we River's Rebuke. Sleep to avoid 3 damage might not be the best decision, but I don't see a way he really comes back from this. River Sneak getting through big. And there you have it. We can Rebuke, we can get through with the Sneak. Sneak's a great card, especially with Prodigious Growth. That shows off how you can use Prodigious Growth as one of your win conditions if you have a whole bunch of low drops. He's going to let us finish out the game. There you have it. Very fast and efficient win there. And look at that. We ranked up a tier. Perfect. I accidentally kept a hand I meant to mulligan last game, so that felt great. Hopefully we'll get one that lasts a little bit longer than the other games you've seen. I swear this deck is not as aggro as it's appeared so far. Kopala, in case we're up against red. This looks like a fantastic hand. You know what card's better than Get to Lava Runner? Kumena Speaker. We play the Sneak first because we're going to be having other Merfolk enter the battlefield, which will cause it to get a +1/+1 until end of turn, which is what we want. Up against white. Hopefully this is a life gain deck. Could be vampires. Vampires could be tricky. Imperious Oligarch. That's a good card. We're up against a good deck. This is going to be tough. He could have some removal. So Kopala looks pretty good right here. We'll just rely on the River Sneak for now. We can Watertrap Weaver next turn to get in for 6. We don't really worry about our health very much. Okay, now we have a bit of a choice here. I think we Silvergill because we want River Sneak to have some extra damage. And I also want to chart a course. At least we got him out of the way. I think we trade Speaker with Cleric. If we Weaver his Oligarch. Or he could tap it for us and make the trade easier. Wonderful. Another Weaver, not terrible. Oh, his Vigilance. I'm silly. I'm happy with trading either of those two on the end there with this Cleric. I don't think he will, frankly. On the backswing, Weaver for Cleric is also fine, in my opinion. Next turn we get to cast 2 spells and empty our hand. Kumena would be nice right now. Seraph of the Scales, perhaps? Hope you're enjoying the video. If you are, go ahead, leave a like, leave a comment, suggest a deck for me to build, post a deck of your own. I'd love to have some interaction with my viewers. It'd be great. I want to do this more than anything. It's nice to know what you want, if nothing else. Even if you can't quite have it, you know? Well, this is kind of obscure now. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Turn 6 win. Maybe turn 7. I think we have the perfect mid-range deck for climbing bronze and silver. Hopefully we get a little bit of a longer game this time. I'd like to showcase this deck's full potential when it goes the distance. Okay, I don't have any green, but our hand's all blue. I don't have a Merfolk to reveal, so I can't play Adept turn 2 most likely. However, Chart a Course turn 2 isn't bad because we can discard something. Nice. Let's draw a Merfolk next. Not quite. I don't want to get rid of a mana right here. We're up against black. So he could be zombies, in which case River's Rebuke is pretty good. Prodigious might not be that good since he could have Death Touch. Let's go ahead and get rid of Prodigious Growth. It's the least useful to me right now. Woo, big dog. Big dog. River Sneak might have to pull its weight this game, unless it gets murdered right here. Uh-oh, Phylactery Lich. He's got a Phylactery Lich. Great draw. I think we River Herald's Boon. Next turn we Herald, or Harrison rather. We're not going to worry about our health. It's irrelevant. Here we go. Now we draw into a land. Oh wait, it's Herald. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the card that let us draw a card whenever we dealt damage. I'm sorry. I got him confused. There's that land we were hoping for. Okay, honestly, he's about in sleep range. Three, 5, 7 times 2 with a Watertrap Weaver. Works every time, boys. If they don't have removal, they have a really hard time with our deck. Okay, what's going on here? What could he possibly have? I didn't think so. River Sneak might be the MVP of this deck. Looking for that last high-quality gameplay. High-quality gameplay. Looking for that last high-quality game for you guys today against Alucard. Let's see a good starting hand here. 2 forests, no blue, Growth Spiral, Jadelight, Asleep, it's Mulligan. That's better. Do we want a Seafloor? Yeah, we'll take a Seafloor. We're curving out pretty nice here. Might be up against a Merfolk deck. I've been hoping this would happen. That way we can really look at the differences between the two. If he plays a Merfolk here, it's probably a Merfolk. Okay, no. What's this called? Simic or something? I'm not sure. I think we play the River Sneak. Kopala's not very effective in this matchup. Unless he's running a lot of bounce spells. Ah! Could be a gate deck. That would also be cool. I'd be happy with a gate deck matchup. Nothing wrong with that. Be pretty great. Okay, no, just take the island. We'll play an island ourselves. Now we have a little bit of a choice here. I think we save Weaver and we go for some card draw. Beautiful. We curve out exactly the way I like to. 2 blue and then 2 green. Feels so good with this deck. That being said, I like to get a green first. I like to get green, blue, blue, green. That is my preferred curve out, I suppose you could call it. Path of Discovery, eh? That could be tough. I think we'll take this trade. Our card draw is definitely online now. With the River Sneak Seafloor Oracle combo. Another Kopala. Not exactly what we need. I would definitely run Curious Obsession in this deck. I don't run it because I don't have it. But if I did have it, I'd probably be running it. Oh, Growth Chamber Guardian. We're up against a real deck. Here it comes. Growth Chamber Guardian explores. Oh, he didn't play it. Oh, there's another Growth Chamber Guardian. Was that already on? Okay, yeah, that was already there. We can play 2 Merfolk here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tap his Druid of the Cowl. We tap the Druid. We Kumen's Speaker. We attack with these two. So we either force a trade and get his Llanowar Elf, drop his mana supply significantly, or we draw 2 cards, and it feels really good. Or he blocks in a manner in which we just... Alright, good. I think I revealed this Kopala already. Let's get these separated. Hopefully he gets a land. Nope, so he gets a whole bunch of Growth Chamber Guardians, and he is running bounce spells, so Kopala is not a bad bet to have. He graveyarded it, though. Excuse me. Oh, here comes another one. Guardian's a phenomenal card. Jim Davis thinks it's the best in the set. One of them, at least. I agree. It's basically 2 mana for 16 stats, essentially. Or is it 32 stats? I'm not even sure anymore. I think we take 2 here. Or do we trade? I think we trade. Alright, now we wish we wouldn't have traded. Another River Sneak, eh? Okay, here's what I'm thinking there. Next turn, supposedly, we're not going to draw a land. We can play River Sneak and sleep him. And then we're feeling pretty good about our chances of winning because we do 8 damage to him. And then he has, you know, 1 chance, really. So I don't want anything to get removed right now, more than anything. That's why I played Kopala. Warden of Waves. Just appreciate that sick card right there. We don't worry about our health here. We're in pretty good shape. Let him spend his mana. If he's got Titanic Growth, why not? Okay, adapt, sure. 4/4. Why not? I thought he adapted it. I think since he already had a 1-1 counter, it just didn't do anything. I think that's a misplay right there from our opponent. We should capitalize on that. Alright, so like I said, we River Sneak. And we sleep them. Oh, he quenched it. Alright, we got a good game on our hands, boys. Let's river sneak. Now we're looking for something. I don't know what we're looking for. Maybe a big drop? Prodigious Growth would be nice. I love that we're both running blue-green, and he has only green creatures, and I have only blue creatures right now. I think that's hilarious. Okay, didn't think he'd have the quench, honestly. That's not helping much. We're running out of steam here. Chart a course would be nice. Four, 8, 10. Wait, what? He just died, right? Is he running Root Snare? I almost lose to a Root Snare. Almost. But I think he just... Okay, he's gotta have the Root Snare. I don't know what he was thinking there, but that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Magic videos. There will be one tomorrow. I will see you then. And I got a little special surprise for you coming up after this. Enjoy some pack openings as we reach Silver Tier 2. Tomorrow, Gold. Alright guys, I've decided I am going to do some pack openings for you. Not very much. I'm a free-to-play member of Arena, so I don't spend tons of money on this game, so, you know, I don't get packs all that often. So I'm just going to do two pack openings. I hope you guys enjoy. I know everybody likes that, so let's go ahead and jump into it. What set do we get? That is a very good question. Let's get one M19 and one Ravnica Allegiance. You're probably swearing at me right now for not getting two Ravnica Allegiances, but M19 is my favorite set ever, so we're going to start with the Ravnica Allegiance pack. Okay, Debtor's Transport, that's okay. Simic Locket's trash. Trash. That's a troll card. Gyre Engineer, I love, so I'm pretty happy I packed that. Spirit of the Spires. Other creatures you control flying at +0/+1, 4-drop 2/4. Not bad. And a mythic rare wild card. How about that? That's pretty cool. Alright, here's the core set. Electrify, Spark-Tongue Dragon, Totally Lost, Salvager of Secrets, not bad. Druid of Horns, whenever you cast an aura spell that targets it, create a 3/3 beast. A Shapeshifter, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I might do something with the Shapeshifter. That'd be pretty tight. And a rare wild card. How about that? 2 wild cards. So no rares or mythic rares in this video, but I just wanted to do some pack openings for you guys. Hope you enjoyed. And until tomorrow, have a nice night.